Sundarakanda can be seen in many ways. And one of the very important ways is it is a philosophical text. Philosophy is in between the words of Sundarakanda, even though it appears to be a simple story externally. Theme is very clear: love. As the name suggests, Sundara. Sundara means beauty. Again, peripherally, the word beauty may be very simple. Yes, it is very simple. It is so simple that the complex mind feels difficult to perceive the idea, the concept of beauty. Some great philosophers, they understand, they actualize this concept of beauty. In Nataraja, three components the great souls are: Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. And a great poet in English literature sung, beauty is truth, truth, beauty, that's all ye know, ye ought to know. So what is beauty? Sundara means beauty in general in Sanskrit dictionary. When you go to the etymological meaning of the word Sundara, its root is undi kledane, which means wetting. Wetting. Okay. Now this land is wet. The end of Sundarakanda, it's raining. The same way, our dry mind, which is filled with so many complexes and blocks and knots, when our mind has an opening, then through Sundarakanda, Ramachandra with Sitha enter into our heart to wet our heart. Rami Ramadasa Swami Prakatale Antaryami, to wet our heart. So the whole of Sundarakanda is there to wet our heart. This is very interesting. Three fundamental concepts, principles of Sundarakanda. One Jiva Tatva, another one Paratatva, another one Acharya Tatva. As I was telling, the theme of Sundarakanda is love. Love of Sita and Rama, that's all. And in this love of Rama to Sita is clearly understood and conveyed by Hanuman to Sithamma. And Sita's love to Rama is clearly understood by the same Hanuman and conveyed to Rama. This is the story. This is the theme of the whole book. And this can be seen as Jiva Tattva, Paratattva and Acharya Tattva, Guru Tattva. Sita is taken here as Jiva Tattva. This comes in a shloka in Sankalpa Suryodaya, a drama written by Vedanta Desikar. Darpodagre Dasananendriya Mano Nattanchara Dhishtite. That is how the shloka starts. Anyhow, I am not going into specifics. These three tattvas are enough for us. So if you go to specifics, whether they will match with Valmiki or not, that's I don't care. Ravana is Rajas and he has 10 heads and 10 heads are 10 senses. All those things. But this is fine. We are very comfortable with this. Sita, Rama and Hanuman. Only three. All others are coming and going in Sundarakanda. Those are not coming into our visibility. Some Simika may come, some Surasa may come, some Atrakumara may come, some Jambumali may come. They may come and go, but when we read Sundarakanda, we see only three everywhere. One Sita, another one Ram, another one Hanuman. And here also, Sita represents Jiva Tatva here. If you are not comfortable to see Sita as Jiva, you can at least take Sita is enacting Jiva Tattva. Okay, even Vedanta Deshikar may not be comfortable to see Sita as a Jiva. But he himself is telling in this Sankalpa Suryodaya. He himself calls Sita as Jiva. How it can be reconciled? Sitamma is mother of all of us. And mother has to show the devotion. Mother has to show Pitru Bhakti to the children. How to surrender to father. How to show the devotion to father. Mother enacts, or not enacting. How can we say? Mother becomes a role model. Mother becomes a role model for that. Mother becomes Adarsha for that. So that children also follow it. So in that sense, if you take Sita as Jiva Tattva, then what happens? See, what is the core of a Jiva in Visishtadvaita philosophy? Naisha pashyati rakshasyaha niyaman pushpapaladruman ekasta hridaya nunam ramameva anupashyati. This is the core of a Jiva. It's very, very nice. The shloka is very nice. Sita is neither seeing Rakshasis around nor sees the fruits and the flowers of Ashoka grow, Neman Pushpa Paladruman, nor sees the trees and the plants around. With the single-hearted devotion, Sita is just visualizing Rama. Sita internalizes Rama. Sita contains Rama. Rama is innate in Sita. Okay. And this has to be the core nature of a Jiva. All other things are adjuncts, upadis. Lanka, Ashokavana, the sea around the Ashokavana, everything is an upadi. All these things are fine. In fact, Ashokavana is richest, Lanka is the richest place of the whole world. And Ashokavana has all the materialistic pleasures. Still, Sita, being a very great soul, is capable of understanding these are not my nature. My nature, my core nature is to be with Ramachandra. That's the idea. My core nature is to be with Rama. So, how the shloka runs? Rameti Rameti Sadaiva Buddhya Vichintya Vacha Bruvati Tameve Tasyanurupam cha katham tadartham Yevam prapashyami tata srunomi. Always being in the stream of Rama. Rameti Rameti Sadaiva Buddhya. In my mind, in my intelligence, and also in my word. Being in that stream of Ramanama, I actualize the same in front of me. This is what Sita says. To such a soul, a very great Acharya comes. And here Acharya or Guru Tattva is Hanuman. And this Hanuman, of course, these are not watertight compartments, please understand. We can see in a different way also. Hanuman is the Shishya of Sita Devi. Sita Devi is Guru. It's something like Tulya Sruta Tapashilaha Tulyasviyari Madhyamaha Api api chakruhu pravachanam ekam susrushavo pare. This is a Bhagavata shloka. In Shruti Gita, a popular, a very famous chapter of Bhagavatam, Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana and Sanat Kumara, they sit together for a satsanga where all are realized souls, all are elevated, all are great. If and Bhagavatam says, if one becomes guru among them, others become sishyas. This is a very interesting kind of satsanga. Api chakruhu pravachanam ekam susrushavaha apare. Among the four, they four always conduct satsanga for themselves. Because such a quality of satsanga, others are not qualified to enter into it. Therefore, make a kalakshepa, make a satsanga in which, if Sanat Kumara becomes guru, he sits in Acharya Pitam and talks. Other three will listen. They will bow down and listen. And if Sanandana, next session will be of Sanandana, and Sanandana will give lecture, other three will be sitting as Sishyas, and they will listen. Here, who is Acharya and who is Sishya? How can we? It's not a kind of watertight compartments in these things. Okay. So, seeing in different ways. Anyhow, Hanuman, if we are not comfortable seeing Hanuman in Acharya Sthana, Hanuman is Acharya, no doubt. Is it for Sita herself? This question may come. Then the answer is, it can be taken as again an action. Sita, okay, Sita by her will chooses Hanuman to be her Acharya to attain Ramachandra. Okay. In that sense, Acharya Sthanam is given to Hanumanji here. Okay. Some Unchavruti is coming and connecting Krishna and Rukmini in Bhagavatam. That Unchavruti himself knows that Rukmini is, what to say, the universal mother and Krishna is universal father. And he is only a bhakta, but he plays the role of an Acharya, that Unchavruti. In the same way, here Hanumanji, Sita chooses him, that's the thing. So Hanuman comes. How she has chosen? While she was taken away by Ravana, from the space, she was seeing Hanuman. And through her jewels, there she resolves, may these Vanaras offer these jewels to Rama. She is a Satya Sankalpa that became fructified. Just by her Sankalpa, Hanuman meets Rama. Okay, got fructified. And Ramachandra sends jewels, that is a ring, through Hanuman. Among all these thousands of Vanaras, only one Vanara can go to Lanka, who was chosen by Ramachandra. And Rama offered the ring. Hanuman brings that ring to Sita Devi. And here, this clearly shows he becomes a guru or Acharya who is decided by Bhagavan. Okay. Among these Vanaras, nobody could cross 100 yojanas of sea. இன்னார் குருவா இருக்கிறது அப்படிங்கிறது பகவத் சங்கல்பத்தினால் நடக்கிறது. Due to the will of divine, Hanuman crosses the ocean. Hanuman is the only one who is capable of crossing the ocean to come to Ashoka Grove to have darshan of Sita. This is one interesting thing. Second thing, because one who has to cross the ocean, entering into samsara, meeting this Jiva Tatva, and conducting satsanga, all these things, without getting bound to samsara. Angada says, if I enter into Lanka, I may not come back. Without getting, somebody was sent, he came here and he also got bound to samsara. It should not happen like that. So Hanuman enters into Lanka and moves with, sees all the Rakshasis and all the nonsense there, palaces, harems, zenanas. He was not bound to anything. He was not bound to all these materialistic pleasures. He just had the darshan. Always he has Sita in his mind. Even when he sees Rakshasis, the beautiful woman in the harem of Ravana, Hanuman sees all of them as Sita. Not only Mandodari. Not only Mandodari. Starting from Surasa, all are Sita to Hanuman. Babuva buddhistu harishwarasya yad idrisi raghava dharma patni imayata rakshasa raja bharyaha sujatam asyetihi sadhu buddhehe. A very deep sloka, generally misunderstood and misinterpreted by even the great scholars. Very deep sloka. I think for the first time I am talking about this sloka. I am quoting this sloka in my pravachanam. Babuva buddhistu harishwarasya yad idrisi raghava dharma patni imayata rakshasa raja bharya. Okay. So seeing all these women as Sitamma and the whole of Lanka itself as Sitamma. A very, very interesting thing. Tarpayamasa mateva. Tada Ravana palita. Okay. With the Sai. And seeing Mandodari as Sitamma. Because any woman is Sitamsha in the world. Whether any man is Ramamsa or not. These men are not following Rama. I generally say. Women in India, at least to our times, are still following Sita. Okay. Men have given up long ago. So, that's why we call women as Mahalakshmi. If a man comes, we don't say, hey, Mahavishnu has come. But a woman with Lakshana comes, all we say, Mahalakshmi Undruka. Mahalakshmi has come. Because some Sita Amsa is there, some Lakshmi Amsa is there with them. Hanuman mistook Mandodari as Sita. Maybe right, I don't know. I see in a different way. He did not mistake Mandodari as Sita. Among these women, whomever he sees as Sita, unfortunately, they don't have that much of Sita in them. When Hanuman sees Mandodari, she is almost closer to Sita. Sitamsa is magnified in Mandodari. Therefore, he became very happy. It's not that he mistook Mandodari as Sita, but on seeing Mandodari, Sitamsa is more in Mandodari. On that, Hanuman is very happy. For a time being, let me relax because I'm filled with stress before and after. After Mandodari, before Mandodari also, I'm completely filled with stress. Now to have some relaxation, it is called as willful ignorance. Please understand. The term coined by me in my research. S.T. Coleridge's term is there. Willing suspension of disbelief. It's a very complicated term. So therefore, new term is coined willful ignorance. What is this willful ignorance? He knows Mandodari is not Sita. Yet to have some relaxation, enjoying the magnitude of Sitamsa in Mandodari, Aspotayamase Chuchumba Bucham. He became very happy, walking here and there and racing to the top of pillar, jumping from that, all these things he does, becoming cheerful. Then he has to become action-oriented. Therefore, avadhuya chatam buddhim. Okay, enough. Let us start to search for real Sita. He further proceeds. He is not getting bound at all by all these materialistic pleasures of Lanka. Finally, finding out Sita. Okay, in Ashoka Grove, Acharya Udaram Urubhyam, Bahubhyam cha Payodharau. This is the Kundalini posture. Hatha Yoga Pradipika says, Kutilangi Kundalini. Sita, the Ashokavana appears to be the Nabikamala. The whole Lanka is like material body, where Ashokavana is Nabikamala, where Kundalini is in the posture of Sita. And Hanuman, this great Upasaka or Sadhaka, visualizes that Kundalini, recognizes in search of the whole of the body. Finally, he could realize or recognize the Kundalini there. Okay. So, a very interesting thing. I have shifted to another concept here. Bhakti to Tantra. Okay, coming back to Bhakti again. Hanumanji is seeing Sitamma. And he celebrates in his heart. And he honors Ramachandra on seeing Sita. Because, oh great, my Rama is very great. He sheds tears. Why? Because Ramachandra knows the value of this woman. Okay, he did not take for granted. Sita, என்னோட வாழறதுக்காக தான் இருக்கவே இருக்காது அசடு. He could have thought in that way. Many men are like that generally. They don't have gratitude to their wives. But Rama is a man of uniqueness. And Rama definitely understands the value of Sita. Therefore, on seeing Sita, Hanuman says, my pranams to Rama. My namaskara to Rama. That gentleman understands her. And he is shedding tears, going on talking about the greatness of Sita. And what is Acharya Sthana? What Acharya does basically? Acharya narrates Rama Katha, first Sravanam. So Hanuman from the top of the tree is narrating Rama Katha. And he comes down. And not only Rama Katha, second, what Acharya does? He also talks about the auspicious qualities of the Lord and also the physical features of the Lord. Hanuman is describing the physical features and the auspicious qualities of Ramachandra. And then, third one, very important one. Acharya gives Rama Nama. Here, Acharya Hanumanji is offering a ring in which Rama Nama is decked. That Rama Nama is given here. And this is Abhaya Pradhanam. In fact, Anna goes in the path of explaining Nama and Sharanagati are one. In one way, Bhagavan Nama Bodhendral and Ramanuja are one. I am not telling that Bodhendral is the next birth of Ramanuja. Please don't take like that. I am not telling in that way. See, one may talk about Nama, another one may talk about Sharanagati. Sharanagati and Nama are one. It's a very subtle and interesting observation. So here Abhaya Pradhana comes, that is a ring. This incident itself shows what Sri Anna says. Here this Abhaya Pradhana, ring and Rama Nam, all three are one. Ring is a symbolic representation of Abhaya Pradhana and Rama Nama. Sitamma gives Choodamani to Ramachandra, which represents Sharanagati. Since it's a Sirobhushana, it's a head ornament, it represents Sharanagati. Ramachandra's ring represents Abhaya Pradhanam. So, in the form of Abhaya Pradhanam, Rama Nam comes. That's very important. Then what Acharya does to Shishya? Acharya is talking about how the Lord is compassionate to you. Please understand. First, Katha, then Guna, then Nama of Bhagavan. Fourth one, Karuna. How he is talking about the connection of the divine and Jiva Tatva. It's very important. He's talking about the connection of Jiva and Paramatma. Connection is nothing but Karuna, compassion. So how Rama is missing Sita, how Rama is always in the remembrance of Sita. If you take Ramayana as just a secular literature, which has no theological or religious connection, even there, no other love story in the world, to my knowledge, portrays its hero as Rama in the context of missing the heroine. Please understand. Okay, missing the beloved. The way Rama misses his beloved, Rama suffers for that. The way in which Rama is in search of Sita, no other literature I have seen in the world where this kind of suffering or missing is expressed. First of all, if this literature is taken to be the literature of love, this has to come under the category of love after marriage. This is not love before marriage. All love stories, almost, are love before marriage only. After marriage, what they do, nobody knows. In literature. In reality, only after marriage, their love life starts in reality. For 100 years, they have to be together. Okay. So, if you have to learn something, Karpar, what can we learn from a love story which is just a love before marriage? It can be just an entertaining story, that's all. Only from the love story which is love after marriage we can learn. Point number one. Point number two, the love which Rama shows to Sita and the way in which Rama misses Sita in separation, the suffering which Rama has regarding Sita, the efforts which Rama made to get her back. No other hero in the world, to my knowledge, no other lover in any love story in my knowledge has this kind of affection or love, or no other lover missed any beloved in the world like this. No poet has described in this way. This is really extraordinary. So, purely if you take this text as a love story text, there I am talking about this. And more than that, when you come to the philosophical context, there are so many bhakti literatures which talk about how bhakta is highly devoted to Bhagavan. But Bhagavan's devotion to bhakta, or how Bhagavan misses bhakta, Bhagavan is longing for bhakta, that aspect never comes anywhere. Hardly comes, rarely comes. But here is a literature which shows you how Sita suffers longing for Rama on one hand. On the other hand, how Rama suffers for Sita. This is very interesting. I think we are all idiots and nonsensical people, wasting our time in discussing how can Rama cry, how can Rama long for Sita. If he is longing for Sita, how can he be called as hero or Paramatma or gentleman or a Veera, a strong person? These are all waste. Those who discuss on all those things never ask a single question. They don't ask a single question. Why Sita is missing Rama? Why Sita longs for Rama? They don't ask. Please understand. They don't ask. Because it is taken for granted. Woman means she has to cry for a man. That is a virtue. That we are ready to enjoy. That we are ready to get and celebrate. But if the same thing happens with a man, if a man is longing for a woman and rushes for her up to Lanka, that we are not matured enough to grasp. We ask all these nonsensical questions. All these questions are totally nonsensical in my viewpoint. Why Valmiki brings this dimension? It is just to show Valmiki sees this as a great value. Therefore, he brings that all. For us, we think it is not a value. It is a. If someone is longing for his wife, it is a cheap thing. But if a wife is always devoted to husband, that is taken as greatness and virtue and all in society. If Sita has to long for Rama, then Rama also has to long for Sita. That is what Valmiki's Ramayana shows to us. Like Sita's celibacy. Chastity. Like Sita's chastity. Here Rama's chastity is also important. If one is called as Pativrata, another one is called as Patni Vrata. Ekapatni Vrata we say, right? Rama stands for Ekapatni Vrata. Ekapatni Vrata is male chastity. Okay. Patni Vrata. Pativrata is female chastity. Rama stands for this Ekapatni Vrata. Bhagavatam very clearly says, Ekapatni Vratadaraha Rajarshi Charita Suchihi. This is the last shloka in Rama's story of Bhagavatam, in I think 9th chapter or 10th chapter. 10th chapter it seems. 10th chapter of 9th book. Since it comes as a last shloka, according to the author of Bhagavatam, this is the quintessence of the whole of Ramayana. Ekapatni Vratadaraha Rajarshi Charita Suchihi Swadharmam Grihamediyam Sikshayannu Swayamacharannu. Finished. In one shloka, he has brought the whole theme of Ramayana. Swadharmam Grihamediyam Sikshayannu Swayamacharannu. Okay. So that greatness of Rama, if you see him as Paramatman, if you see him as divine, this bhakti literature shows, of course, Ramayana is a bhakti literature. And it is a prime bhakti literature, primordial bhakti literature. Probably the word bhakti comes in the world history for the first time in this epic only. Please understand. Okay. Ramayana is the first literature in the world which uses the word bhakti for devotion. Please understand. Ramayana is a bhakti shastra, no doubt. Ramayana is a Sharanagati shastra. In that sense, here Maharshi Valmiki brings the idea. Whatever bhakti literature comes later, like Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamritam or Thiruvaimozhi, so on and so forth, for all these things, Ramayana is a sole torch bearer. Sole torch bearer. So here what Ramayana says is the divine, that is Rama, the Paramatman, also longs to attain this bhakta, this devotee, this Jivatman, or this Sita. There is an idea beautifully brought here by Maharshi Valmiki. Hanuman talks on that compassion. I think this is a fourth thing. Rama Katha, Rama Guna, Rama Nama, Rama Karuna. And the fifth one, based on that compassion, boosting the faith of this Sitamma. Don't worry, definitely Rama will come and accept you. No doubt in it. This is what he says. After boosting the faith, for that so many conversation is happening, we don't have time now to deal with all those things. Boosting the faith. And Sita Devi again and again laments, will Rama come? Why Rama did not come? All these laments are nothing but the manifestations of the pure devotion. Okay. Bhakti is different forms. One of the forms is lament. Okay. Again and again, Hanumanji is consoling, calming, pacifying. Sobandhum Anukirtayan. It's not just a Kirtayan, Anukirtayan. Who is Sobandhu here? Sobandhu is Rama, no doubt. Who is Swa here? Swabandhu. Can be either Hanuman or it can be Sita. Swabandhu Anukirtayan. Singing again Anukirtayan, not Anuvadan. Singing again and again about Swabandhu, Atmabandhu. This Atmabandhu is Rama. By this, Sita is pacified. And to boost further the cheer of Sitamma, in the name of taking rest there, he destroyed this Ashoka grove. And various Rakshasas were sent by Lankeshwara, Ravana. Kinkaras come, Hanuman just destroyed all of them. And then Jambumali comes. Jambumali was crushed by Hanuman. Akshakumara comes. This Akshakumara also was smashed by Hanuman. Finally, Indrajit comes. Hanuman enacts to get bound to Indrajit because he has another plan. Raja Darshanam. He wishes to meet Ravana. He was taken to Ravana. Hanuman plays here also the role of a guru to Ravana. Whether Ravana accepted it or not. Okay. Anyhow, Vidura is the guru of Duryodhana. Whether Duryodhana accepts it or not. Okay. Duryodhana insulted Vidura, therefore he found his own ill fate. The same way, Hanuman is guru for Ravana too. But Ravana is a bad Sishya. Therefore, he met with his own ill fate. That's it. Hanuman is very clear. And see the guts of Hanuman. Going and sitting in front of Ravana, there was not even a single person to support this Hanuman, probably except Vibhishana. In that court, he says, no one can parallel Rama in the world. In past, present and future. Trikaleshu. In all the three times, past, present and future, nobody can here parallel Ramachandra. Rama is absolutely incomparable. This is what Hanuman establishes in front of. And he also goes into specifics. What's the specific? Who and who cannot parallel Rama? Okay. All these things, he goes into detail. By this, Ravana becomes angry and Ravana orders Rakshasas to set the fire. Fire is set, not to Hanuman, but to force of Lanka. And then Hanuman, taking leave of Sitamma, comes back. With all Vanaras, he comes to Ramachandra. Drishta Devi. Seen is Sita. Okay. That is how Hanuman comes back. The sixth Vishayam, an Acharya does. What are five? Rama Katha, Rama Guna, Rama Nama, Rama Karuna, and Rama Viswasa. 5. Sixth one, which an Acharya does, which the Sishyas don't know. He goes to Bhagavan and talks about us. This is very interesting. Here is a guy waiting for you. Please come and guard him. This is what in Deshika Sampradaya they call as Bharanyasa. Acharya stands in front of the divine and offers the Shishya to Bhagavan. Nyasa eva atyarechayat. Nyasa is greater than everything in the world. That is how Krishna Yajurveda ends. And in Ramayana also the word nyasa, nyasam dattva punah punaha, sannyasam paduke subhe. This bharan nyasa. The word nyasa here in Advaita Parampara, it is taken as renunciation, sannyasa. But in Visishta Advaita, especially in Desika Sampradaya, this is taken as Sharanagati. Sharanagati. Bharanyasa is of two. Okay, I am not going into it. I am not going into the specifics of Bharanyasa. Let us leave it. Coming back to Ramayana, Hanuman is not only pacifying Sitamma, he goes to Ramachandra and conveys the heart of Sita Devi to Rama and offers this crest jewel. This is the symbol of Sharanagati. When this crest jewel is offered, Rama thinks, Praptam Tamiva Chintaye, I feel that I have attained my Sita. When ring comes, Sita says, Bhartaramiva Samprata, she has attained Rama himself by that ring. This is also interesting. This also conveys some other thing. What is that? If ring and crest jewel of Rama and Sita themselves, what does it mean? Sharanagati and Abhaya Pradhana are not different from the Lord and devotee. Because crest jewel represents Sharanagati. Ring represents Abhaya Pradhana. They are not different from the divine and devotee. That is why here, the same expression. When Sita sees the ring, Valmiki says, by seeing this ring, she has attained Rama. Bhartaramiva Samprapta. Here, when Rama sees crest jewel, it is told, by seeing this crest jewel, Rama has attained Sita. Praptam Tamiva Chintaye. While Hanuman is going on explaining how Sita is always in the deep devotion of Ramachandra, Rama's heart is melting like anything. Here Rama expresses, if Sita can wait for a month, I can't even stay here for a second without Sita. Let us go to Lanka. This shows the Tvara of the divine towards the devotee. Tvara in English? Urge. Shows the urge. And what happens regarding Ramachandra? He hugs Hanuman, embraces Hanuman and says, Na kurumi sadrisam priyam. I can't repay. Okay. In fact, Sita also says this. After the death of Ravana, when Hanuman comes to meet Sita, Sita says, I can't repay. So both Bhagavan and Bhakta, they in front of Acharya, they feel that they are indebted. Whenever whoever sees Hanuman, naturally this word comes from his mouth. I am indebted to you. Bharata also expresses, Bharata is indebted to Hanuman. And then what? Lakshmana is indebted to Hanuman. Bibhishana is definitely indebted to Hanuman. And the great Sita Devi herself is indebted to Hanuman. Sri Ramachandra himself is indebted to Hanuman. Such is the greatness of this great Hanuman. So in what way they all are going to repay to him? There is only one way. Arthataschapi sampraptaha devarajyadayo gunaha. If we ask Hanuman in what way we can repay, the simple answer will be this, which Sita has already given. Do you know? Ram rasayan tumre pasa sada raho raghupati ke dasa अष्टसिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता असवर दीन जानकी माता. Janaki Mata gave this boon to Hanuman. What boon? Ram Rasayan Tumre Pasa. May Ramayana be always with you. May you be always the Dasa of Ramachandra. Sada Raho Raghupati ke Dasaga. This is a matchless boon Sita Devi is giving to Hanuman. So with this today we conclude this Sundara Kandam. This is a Vishukala, very important day. Year starts today. When year is starting, we had a blessing of having the feast of Sundara Kandam. And Sundara Kandam as our philosophy, let us further journey in our life. And now we are going to again enact Sundara Kandam. Not as a drama and all, but here we are going to have Sundarakanda Utsava. What is the Sundarakanda Utsava? Let us see. Okay. I need not explain all these things. Now it is 6:50. After doing Sandhyavandanam and dinner, please come to Kalyanarama Sannidhanam and we will all watch what is this Sundarakanda Utsava. Okay? And how long you need to come there after dinner? How much time? Now 6:50. We shall start at 7:50. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. 7:50 or 8? 8 round or 7:45 nu vechulama. 7:45. Yeah. 7:45 is a round number. And the number vechiduvom. மழை இல்லாத இருந்ததுனால் என்ன சரி மழை வந்தாச்சு அப்படியே வந்தாலுமே அந்த மழை ஒரு மழைக்கு இன்னொரு மழை நடுநடுல அப்படியே பண்ணிடலாம் உற்சவத்தை. ஜெய் சீதாராம்.